Does putting in a fence or driveway gate increase your home's value? Well, it depends on the choices you make. Hey everyone, Jason from Iron Fence Shop. Installing a fence or a driveway gate can be a big and costly home improvement project. Sometimes it helps to justify that cost knowing that the fence or gate project is at least adding some value to your home or making it more attractive to future buyers. So today I wanted to jump into some things to consider when choosing a fence or driveway gate and what considerations can lead to increasing your home's value and curb appeal versus reducing it. In general, a fence or driveway gate of any kind will add some value to your home. It's something that a lot of people like to have. Various polls and studies have found that more often than not, having a fence and or driveway gate will add value to your home in regards to increased curb appeal, perceived value, and selling price. However, that is not a universal rule. Like most home remodeling projects, the choices you make will heavily influence if that fence or gate project is adding value and curb appeal or driving buyers away and values down. Think of the fence and gate project the same as any other interior remodeling project you do to your home. You can have two different kitchen remodels in a home that both cost $40,000. House 1 uses contemporary wall and tile colors, useful upgrades, and nice appliances. House 2 paints the kitchen neon green, buys cheap appliances, and put carpet on the kitchen floor. They may both have spent $40,000 on their remodeling project, but house number 1 is likely going to see a better return on investment and be more attractive to future buyers. You need to think in those same terms when deciding to put in a fence or driveway gate. I'm going to break this video down into 4 topics to help make sure the fence or gate selection you make is adding value to your home and not bringing it down or driving future buyers away. Topic 1. What reasons do people typically have for wanting a fence or driveway gate at their house, and what choices complement those? Topic 2. Reading the room, or street in this case, when deciding on the height and style of fence and gate. Topic 3. Perceived value of the type and style of fence or gate chosen. Topic 4. Maintenance required to keep the fence looking good. Let's start with topic number 1. What reasons do people typically have for wanting a fence or driveway gate at their house, and what choices complement those reasons? I find that folks buy a fence or driveway gate for one of, or a combination of, the following 4 reasons. 1. Enclosing kids and dogs to keep them safe. 2. Enclosing a swimming pool or water feature for safety reasons or to meet code. 3. Security or privacy to keep unwanted people and animals out of your yard. 4. Adding a fence or driveway gate simply to increase curb appeal. The more your fence or gate design hits on all 4 of those, the more broad and universal appeal your fence and gate decision will have. It becomes a bit of a juggling act as you try to balance what you want along with something that appeals to a wide audience of people and fits with the neighborhood. For example, an 8-foot tall security fence may make you feel safe, but make your house look like a supermax prison. A short decorative 3-foot fence may make for great curb appeal, but be too short to keep kids and dogs safely in the yard. You may want a specific height and style of fence, but it doesn't meet swimming pool code that your city or insurance provider requires. So when choosing a fence or driveway gate, the type, height, and style can all be affected by those 4 reasons. Be sure to do your research and balance your decision between what you need versus what is required, and what will also improve the look and usefulness of your property. Topic number 2 is one where personal taste can sometimes conflict with what will improve your home's value and curb appeal. Reading the room or street when deciding on the type and style of fence or gate. What I mean by reading the room or street is that you want to choose a fence or gate that fits in with the overall look of the neighborhood. Now that doesn't mean you can't put your own spin and taste on the project and that you have to do something that everyone else is doing. However, you don't want to go too far out to the point the fence or gate now looks out of place in the neighborhood. A lot of this is going to come down to a combination of fence and gate height and fence and gate style. Here's a couple examples of what I'm referring to. If most of the folks on your street have a 3-foot to 4-foot tall fence, you don't want to go putting in some monster 6-foot tall fence or gate that's going to look out of place. What if you have a larger yard, a nice big house, and live in a more high-end area? In that situation, something like a wrought iron or aluminum fence is going to look a lot more appropriate and classier than, say, a chain link or vinyl fence. If you live in a neighborhood with lots of iron and aluminum fence, then putting in something less attractive like chain link is probably going to stick out like a sore thumb. Lastly, if you have a beautiful view out of the backyard, then complement that with an iron or aluminum fence that has an open picket design that won't block the view. Conversely, if the yard butts up to something you don't want to see like a commercial business, then something like a wood or vinyl fence that blocks that view may be the more appropriate choice. Topic number 3 is one that's more opinions than hard and fast rules, but an important one nonetheless. Perceived value of the different types of fence and driveway gates. While this one is also heavily opinion driven, I still think it's a big one to consider whether you're doing the project for yourself or for a future buyer. Saving money on a cheaper fence or gate may feel good now, but if it looks terrible or out of place to your neighbors or future buyers, then those cost savings aren't helping you. For perceived value, think of this as, does the fence or gate look beautiful and complement the property? Does it look like a quality fence or gate rather than something simply bought for being inexpensive and easy? The type of fence or gate is going to be a big driver here. Something like iron or aluminum is typically going to give an air of something being higher end and have more of a wow factor. Whereas something like a chain link fence is hard to see as anything but utilitarian and not usually very visually appealing. Even within specific types of fences and gates, you run into issues of perceived value. For instance, we make our iron fence and gates with these beautiful cast iron finial tips welded on top of our picket standard. Our competition does these cheap pinch tip pickets or crappy plastic finials. Both might be considered an iron fence, but ours is going to have a higher perceived value due to our style and craftsmanship, even though my fence might cost less than the uglier competition's fence. A wood fence made from big box store materials will look nice when new, but likely have curling boards and rot issues in under a year or two. Compare that to a fence builder that uses quality lumber from a local mill, where the wood fence still looks as good as new 5+ years later. Within every type of fence and gate, there are going to be construction and finish differences that can affect perceived value. You need to do your homework and make sure that once you choose the type of fence and gate you want, you aren't simply shopping for the cheapest option. Pay attention to specs, construction, and finish. For our final topic number 4, you need to think about the maintenance to keep that fence and gate looking good and lasting a long time. Essentially, how much work is it going to take for you or a future buyer to keep that fence or gate looking great, and how long will it last? A properly coated iron or aluminum fence won't require much maintenance, and other than some basic upkeep, an iron or aluminum fence will likely outlast you or your home's next owner in terms of longevity. A wood fence is going to cost less, but require more work and not last as long. It's going to require staining or painting to keep it looking good, and you'll have to consider insects damaging the wood or dealing with wood rot and replacement over a shortened period of time. A white vinyl fence can last a long time. However, a bright white vinyl fence is going to require a lot more cleaning and power washing to deal with algae stains and dirt splash from mulch beds. You don't want a fence or gate that someone's going to look at and think, that's going to take a lot of work to make nice again or maintain. To wrap this video up, while a fence or driveway gate will typically add value to your home, your decisions will affect how much of an impact it has. That custom driveway gate with your initials in it may be cool now, but a huge turnoff to the next buyer. An iron fence may add a regal look to your property, whereas a chain link fence may detract from the perceived value of the home. It's a balancing act of one's first budget versus broad appeal. If you take these 4 topics into account when choosing a fence or driveway gate, chances are good that it's going to help improve the value and look of your home. Hopefully this video has helped guide you toward a fence or gate decision that not only makes you happy, but also adds to the value of the house for you or any future buyers. Be sure to check us out here at ironfenceshop.com. Thinking about a metal fence or gate and want to know the pros and cons of wrought iron versus aluminum fence? Check out this video comparing the two. If you have any other questions, you can shoot us an email at sales@ironfenceshop.com or give us a call at 800-261-2729. We look forward to hearing from you.